Countless mysterious meteors have crashed onto this world. Perhaps he scavenged this key from the wreckage. Their entire race has only 20 to 30 beings left. They are few, not because they are weak, but because every single one of them carries the knowledge of countless generations. Its memories are passed into the next. Every discovery, every war, every weapon ever created, all preserved inside a single mind. For millions of years, they mastered only one purpose: creation. Weapons, armor, and machines so advanced they could change the fate of entire star systems. Every suit they built was not just armor. It was a living weapon, a machine capable of adapting, evolving, and turning one warrior into the force of an entire army.
All ships, maintain orbit.
But somewhere beyond the stars, there was another force watching. Not an empire, not a kingdom, but a coalition of mercenaries, raiders who survived by stealing from entire worlds. Long ago, they were customers of the scholar race. They bought weapons, armor, and forbidden technology, using wealth stolen from conquered planets. But the scholars soon discovered the truth. Their creations were not being used to protect life. They were being used to destroy it. So they refused. No more weapons, no more armor, no more technology for those who only knew war. But the raiders did not accept that answer. They surrounded the Scholar planet with their fleet, not to negotiate, but to steal everything. Before their world fell, the Scholars activated their final protocol. They sealed their weapons, armor, mysterious boxes, and ancient keys inside artificial meteors. Then they launched them across the universe. Each meteor carried a secret, a weapon, a key, a fragment of a dying civilization. One of those meteors crashed onto the Predator's planet. Inside it was the box, and the key that could awaken the armor. And then, they found one. A signal. Weak, ancient, but still alive. It was coming from the Predator's world. The hunters of the stars began moving toward their next target. And what many still do not know, every single mercenary among them wears a combat armor of their own. Not stolen scraps, but fully armed battle suits built for invasion, survival, and slaughter. Which means every soldier in that army is a weapon by himself.
He suited up. Cute. Then we suit up too. Useless, both of you. Get behind me.
I'm your champion!
Increase the speed for me! Faster! Faster! Increase the speed for me! Faster! Faster!
Thank you for saving me and sparing my life. You need to prepare before he arrives.
Are you all right? What happened to you?
We need to prepare very carefully before he arrives. Who is he? Does he want my armor too?
At the highest level of the Void Dominion, there are three names every world fears: Varzul, Cryon, and Malethor Varanus. Three rulers, three monsters, three different ways to destroy a civilization. The first is Varzul, the one who does not wait, the one who does not negotiate. When Varzul wants something, he does not send a message. He sends fire. He leads the raids himself. He walks into enemy worlds, takes their weapons, breaks their defenses, and leaves nothing useful behind. Varzul is not a wild beast. That would be easier to understand. He is worse. He is calm enough to command an empire, but violent enough to enjoy every second of its destruction. To his soldiers, he is a commander. To his enemies, he is the moment hope disappears. The second ruler is Cryon. He does not burn cities. He does not shout commands. Cryon studies, disassembles, improves. Every weapon the Empire steals, every armor they capture, every ship they drag from a dead battlefield, eventually ends up in his hands. Cryon does not see technology as good or evil. To him, a shield is only an unfinished weapon. A medical system is only a better way to keep soldiers fighting. And an armor is only a prison waiting for the right mind to control it. He does not hate life. He simply finds free will inefficient. And then, there is Malethor Varanus. He does not look like the most dangerous one. His face is calm, almost gentle. His voice is soft. His movements are careful. But that is why he is feared more than the others. Varzul breaks worlds from the outside. Cryon rewrites them from within. But Malethor makes them destroy themselves. He does not need to fire the first shot. He only needs to plant the first doubt. A broken alliance, a false order, a hidden fear. One small lie, in the right place, at the right time, and an entire civilization collapses by its own hand.
I'm coming to find you.
Bring the armor back quickly for me.
The armor system was divided into 4 classes: C class, B class, A class, and the highest of all, S class. C class was known as Alpha grade, light armor, designed for ordinary soldiers. It was not built to dominate battlefields. It was built to keep soldiers alive. Fast movement, basic protection, enhanced strength, and a combat output 5 times greater than a normal body. To a normal civilization, Alpha grade was already terrifying. One trained soldier wearing it could overpower an entire squad of unarmored fighters. But inside the true armor system, Alpha grade was only the beginning. Above Alpha grade was B class, elite grade. These suits were made for higher-ranking warriors, not for armies, not for mass production. Only around 30 were known to exist across the entire universe. Elite grade could multiply the wearer's attributes by 20. Strength, speed, reaction, durability. Everything became sharper. everything became faster. But its most dangerous feature was personal weapon generation. Each elite suit could create a weapon based on the combat style of its wearer. A karambit, a katana, a battle axe, or something even worse. The armor did not simply give power. It learned how its master wanted to kill. Then came a class, Titan grade, a level so rare that only 3 Titan armors are known to exist, and each one belongs to one of the 3 rulers of the Void Dominion. Titan grade was not made for soldiers. It was made for rulers. It could multiply the wearer's attributes by 60. Each Titan armor carried 1 special attack weapon and 1 special defense system. A Titan warrior was no longer just a fighter. He was a battlefield, wearing a body. But above Titan grade, there was one final class, S-class, Apex class. Only one was ever completed. Only one survived. And now, that armor is bonded to Predator. Apex class could push its wearer 130 times beyond a normal body. It carried 5 attack systems, 2 defense systems, and abilities no other armor class could truly copy. Apex class was not only built to fight, it was built to protect. It could stabilize damaged armor systems, suppress overloads, stop self-destruction sequences, and heal the body of its chosen wearer. Not like a tool, not like a slave, but like a guardian. But every armor system had a hidden center, a master component, the resonance core. It could link armor systems together, track them, synchronize them, and control them from a distance. With the resonance core, an armor's power could be multiplied 3 times. That was how the Axe Warrior's armor was forced into self-destruction. It was not loyalty. It was not sacrifice. It was control. Someone with access to the armor network sent the command from far away, and the suit obeyed.
That is everything I know.
I'm here.
Actually surprised me. No, the armor surprised me.
My lord, if all you need is the armor, could you spare him? I beg you.
No. No. That's not my style.
Then...
The beast before Varzul was once a man, Karun, a warrior, a father, the greatest guardian this planet had ever known. Karun was a commander, a warrior who had fought beyond the stars. To his soldiers, he was a leader. To his people, a shield. But at home, he was only a husband and a father. Then one day, the sky turned red. Not from sunset, from war. The Void Dominion came from above, with black ships, red fire, and a hunger for the ancient power hidden beneath this world. Karun did not run. He put on his armor, stood at the front line, and held the invasion back. He fought while wounded. He fought while surrounded. Not because victory was certain, but because every second he stayed alive gave his people one more second to escape. While Karun held the line, his wife led their young adult son into the forest with the villagers. His son kept looking back. He wanted to fight beside his father, but his mother pulled him away, because Karun's last order was simple: survive. Against all odds, Karun forced the Void Dominion to retreat. The planet survived, but when he returned to his village, there was no celebration, only silence, ash, and the ruins of the life he loved. He searched for his wife. He searched for his son, again and again, but no one answered. Then, beneath the ash, he found something that belonged to his family, and in that moment, the Great Guardian finally broke. Grief did what no enemy could do. It destroyed him from the inside. Karun walked into the forest and never returned as the same man. Years passed. His armor broke. His voice faded. His memories shattered. The Guardian became a shadow, living between the trees. But one thing inside him never died. Whenever fire fell from the sky, whenever a meteor struck the planet, Karun came out of the forest. He no longer understood his duty, but deep inside his broken mind, a warrior still believed. His home needed protection, but his son had survived. The villagers found him, raised him, protected him, and over time, that young warrior became Predator.
We found him!
He grew up believing
safe.
his father was gone, and somewhere in the same forest, Hours after Karun vanished into the forest, another object fell from the sky. A blue flame tore through the clouds and struck deep within his homeland. Karun no longer remembered his duty, but whenever the sky burned, the guardian inside him awakened, and once again, he ran toward the danger. The impact had torn the forest apart. Smoke covered the crater. Fire still burned beneath the earth, but beneath the ash, something was still alive. Buried beneath the debris, Karun found two objects, a key marked with blue energy and a resonance core, glowing like a mechanical heart. He examined the key, but it revealed nothing to him. Karun did not know that it belonged to the mysterious chest his son would one day discover. He carried the core into a hidden chamber, deep beneath his cave. There, among the rarest objects he had collected, Karun placed it upon a stone pedestal.
Where are you going? still recognize this?